is with you everywhere.
You know, very often on the show, we are accustomed to kind of wrangling in kittens and puppies when they're here with us. But this is a salamander that Tish Gailmard has brought our way with reflection writing. And about 5 minutes ago, Tish said, "Oh, these guys are so docile and chill. They don't really move."
Yeah, now look at him.
Now look at him. He's not just a salamander, he's a what?
This is a tiger salamander. This is the largest land-dwelling salamander in North America. They can grow to 14 inches long. Super cool.
So when I first walked in the studio and saw him, I thought, Tish, come on. But you know what? I've kind of fallen in love with his face.
Oh, his face is so cute. He's got a big smile on all the time. We kind of call him Smiley as a joke.
I know he's not like this at all, but does he remind you a little bit of the Geico gecko? A little?
yeah, his feet kind of, yes.
And his face, he kind of has that little, does he have a British accent?
Yeah. We could make him have one.
We could make him have one. So how old is he?
Y'all, he's 16 years old.
Stop it.
He's actually a little bit older than 16. We've had him since '09, and when we got him, he was a juvenile. So he could be about 17, 18 years old, and they do live to be 25 years old under human care. So hopefully we've still got quite a few more years with him.
You know, I kind of expected him to have a little bit more of a dull look to him, the way snakes and things will, but he has a sheen.
He does. He's kind of shiny, yeah. And he's not slimy at all. He's just cool to the touch. These animals are fossorial,
What does that
meaning
mean?
they burrow, they dig down, and they stay under the dirt almost the majority of their time. And he can dig a burrow up to 2 feet deep.
So is he a woodland animal?
Yeah, he's going to be in the bottom of the forest. He's going to be in marshlands, grasslands, and so all the more reason why we've got to conserve these habitats.
I'm looking at his eyes, how they're kind of frog-like.
Yeah,
in the
they're
way they
bulgy.
protrude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that for a reason?
No, just the way he's made, yeah, and it gives him a better perspective, of course, when his eyes are bulging like that. Gosh, he is so active. This is great.
Is he, what's his primary sense? Smell?
So, no, it's going to be more vision. He is a carnivore, so he eats a lot of small insects and bugs, worms, snails. He'll eat other salamanders. He'll eat frogs.
Is his tongue his weapon?
He's got a huge mouth. So he's got a big old mouth, and he just comes in and whomp, hoovers it up. Yeah.
Is he endangered in any way?
No, he's not. But I'll tell you, salamanders are a little bit at risk, and it's because of climate change and then because we're ruining habitat. The climate change really affects them because it affects the land. And so they've got to have a good, healthy environment. They've got to have good, clean water because they spend time in the water. They lay their eggs in the water. And so when we have climate change and pollution, it's very, very alarming to them. And we are losing salamanders for that reason.
In the Chattanooga, Tennessee Valley area, are they going to be more prone to be like on the mountains than the valleys?
Both places, just as long as there's, you know, a wetland area, good clean water, and then soil that they can burrow down in.
Okay. I know that y'all are having all types of events, and I know there are 3, and that one is on Saturday, but I've forgotten the order.
Yeah. So we have 3 really cool events coming up on Saturday. Certificate of Native Plants is something that we do in not each weekend, but a lot of weekends. They have a different kind of chapter of what they're teaching, and this weekend is medicinal plants.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's going to be really cool. We have a bird watch with Stoveworks, and then we have a class with the Chattery where you go on an ecotherapy walk. And so you learn that nature heals by being out in nature, something we all know. But, you know, just to go out and kind of do a nature soak, it's really fun.
They call it forest bathing,
Forest
right?
bathing.
So back to the medicinal plant thing. Is it going to be a tutorial where you'll kind of learn what to look for in your own life?
Yes, I'm going to assume so. I don't know the specifics, but I do believe that's what it is. When this class teaches about Certificate of Native Plants, they're teaching you things that then you can take away and use when you're out in the woods on your own or on your own property.
So I know that you and I could go off on a tangent, certainly off camera, if not on camera.
Yes.
School bells are ringing. Kids
Oh,
are back
yeah.
in school. I'm sure that your parent heart is thinking, please let your kids still have time to play outside.
Please let them go outside. When school ends at the end of the day, let them go outside, play outside. That's where they learn. That's where they explore. They don't have any boundaries. Nobody's telling them, don't do this, don't do that. Y'all, let them take risks. Let them take those mitigated risks. They're good at it.
I shouldn't tell this story, but here I go. I remember my younger daughter was in first grade when recess is the king. And the playground had this big tree that came over it. So you got to watch the seasons change. And it was butterfly season, I think, you know, when the little caterpillars were out and all the fun. So of course at my house they were taught to go discover and explore and pick them up, and I've kind of forgotten whatever it was. But anyway, the teacher said, no, you can't do that because you might get mulch in your uniform pocket.
Oh my gosh.
And that's kind of what I said. And I said, no, she'll be picking up those little guys.
She'll be doing
that's
those
part
things.
of her learning. So it really is important.
It's important. Listen, I take my grandkids out and we are touching everything. The other day I had them holding a cicada and they're just fascinated by it, you know.
A real one or the shell?
A real one. This guy was moving. My little 1-year-old was snatching him right up, and then my 2-year-old was like, I don't know. But then he eventually did it. You know, it's about exposure. And then when they're exposed to things, they're not fearful. And then they want to learn more.
Right.
And then the respect comes, and then they want to conserve it.
And then they ask you questions that you can't answer, and it makes you realize, wow, I need to know more. And then reflection writing is the resource for that too. Okay, you can sign up for the events happening this weekend and beyond at reflectionwriting.org.
That's right.
Spaces are always limited.
Yes.
If you are not a member yet, become one. There is
No admission fee, but the membership gets you discounts to programming, and you can be on our property sun up to sundown.
And now we can say that we've met a 16-year-old Tiger Salamander.
Yes.
Good to see you, Tish.
Thank you.
Discover curated, cozy styles for less at Ashley's Labor Day sale, going on now. Find hot buys for every room starting at just $199. Plus, for a limited time, pay no interest until 2030.